You open a blank page. The cursor blinks. And before your first idea arrives, you ask AI to give you 10. 30 seconds later, the page is full. The work feels finished. But somewhere between the empty page and the perfect answer, something important may have disappeared. Not your intelligence, your role in the thinking. AI is not just giving you faster answers. It may be changing which mental jobs you practice and which ones you avoid. The strange part is that this has happened before. A list remembers groceries, a map remembers roads, a calculator handles arithmetic. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading, moving mental work outside your head. Offloading is not laziness. It is one of your species' oldest advantages. The problem begins when the tool produces the argument, chooses the structure, and polishes the conclusion before you decide what you believe. The tool is no longer carrying your backpack. It may be choosing the destination. In a 2025 study, Shakidnoy, Lev Tankelevich, and colleagues examined 319 knowledge workers using generative AI. The study did not show that AI switches off critical thinking. The result was more subtle. When workers trusted AI more, they reported using less critical thinking effort. When they trusted their own ability more, they used more. Confidence changed who was doing the checking. The work moved too. Gathering became verification. Solving became integration. Producing became supervision. That can be a powerful upgrade. But supervision only works if you can recognize a convincing mistake. Imagine asking AI to design a bridge. The blueprint appears in seconds. It looks clean. Every label sounds technical. You approve it. Then someone asks one simple question. Why does the bridge stand? If you cannot answer, you did not become the engineer. You became the person holding the printer. This is why fluency can be dangerous. AI can present uncertain information in a calm, complete voice. Your brain often uses ease as a shortcut. Ideas that are easy to process can feel familiar, and familiar ideas can feel true. You see the polished result. You do not feel the missing struggle. Then came a study with a title designed to travel. Your Brain on ChatGPT. Natalia Kozmina and colleagues at MIT asked participants to write essays using AI, search, or no digital tool, while EEG recorded brain activity. In that task, the AI group showed weaker connectivity patterns and remembered less of what they wrote. The viral conclusion was obvious. AI is destroying your brain. But the study does not prove that. It was a small preprint about one kind of essay. EEG connectivity is not an intelligence meter. Lower activity can simply mean the tool reduced the task. A calculator changes the activity needed for long division. That does not prove brain damage. The cautious conclusion is more useful. When a tool performs part of a task, your brain practices a different task. If AI writes the first draft, you practice editing more than beginning. If it summarizes the paper, you practice reviewing more than finding the argument. If it proposes every idea, you practice selecting more than imagining. Skills follow use. The part you outsource receives fewer repetitions. The part you keep may become stronger. The real question is not whether AI makes you smart or stupid. It is which part of the task remains yours. Yet banning the tool would miss the point. AI can challenge assumptions, translate difficult material, simulate objections, and give immediate feedback to someone who never had a tutor. The difference is whether it replaces the difficult moment or makes that moment more productive, so reverse the order. Before asking for answers, write your rough position. Before requesting ideas, produce 3. Ask AI to criticize your reasoning instead of replacing it. Demand alternatives and sources. Then explain the final answer without looking. If you cannot explain it, the answer is still rented. This creates friction. That is the point. Not all friction is waste. Some friction is the feeling of a skill being used. AI can hold information and rearrange the pieces. It can even reveal a path you would never find alone. But you still decide what is true, what matters, and where the path should lead. You open a blank page. The cursor blinks, Before you ask AI to give you 10 ideas, give it one of your own. Because the most important question is no longer whether the machine can think. It is whether you noticed when you stopped.